gun. Lahat! Hey, Ken! Lahat! Here we go. Lahat! 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 On one, ready? Lahat! On one, ready? Lahat! On one. Ready? On one, ready? Stop! On two, ready? Stop! Just set! Stop! Stop! On one, ready? Stop! Here we go. Can. Stop!
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Ready, hot.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
11 mighty.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
12. Ready, hot.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, Rodgers. He's going deep for Brown.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 11. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Burrow now off the bootleg. Flushed out right.
Again, that's Hurst.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
Got a man open, it's Chase.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Burrow on third down. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. The ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Man open is board. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line.
Hey, can. Stop.
They'll give it to Mixon. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
12. Stop.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Staying on his feet. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Trying to lay one up deep. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, they set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's second and 10.
Can. Start.
A handoff to Mixon. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
11 Thomas.
Now it's Burrow.
He'll get this complete to Bird.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go. Ready?
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And they go play action now. Burrow eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Out to the left, he's got Sample there.
And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Mixon trying to punch it in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a 2nd score.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And Burrow going to keep it himself.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
His third rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall.
And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rodgers going to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. This is caught by Antonio Brown.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's Mixon on the counter, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
11 MT. 11 MT.
Burrow will throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Oh, able to avoid him. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 36.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. And that'll be marked down as their 1st sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the 1st half. And now they've gotten their 1st sack here in the 2nd half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and 13.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Burrow looking to pass. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Doug Costin able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Touchdown, Packers! Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Back to Mixon on second down.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Rodgers now on first down. And it's incomplete.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Gets through, and now an opening. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Preston Smith there on the stop.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And how about the rapport that these two had last year as rookies? Exactly what the Bengals had in mind when they made Joe Burrow the first-round pick and T. Higgins the second.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From midfield now, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 63 yards on the ground for him so far. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. Now Rodgers gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On first down, Mixon. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. From the 39, Burrow. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers. He's going deep for Brown. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Jones fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get out to the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Fighting him off. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Here we go with Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. Checking in on Houston, it's in the fourth quarter there. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And he's into the end zone with no time left on the clock. And they're an extra point away from winning this game.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. The kick is good, and can you believe this? They win it with zeros on the clock. Well, this was a game we'll have in the memory banks for a while. The winning touchdown at the end, and then they had to get that extra point. You know, the knees were shaking. But he put it through, and boom, a dramatic victory.
And just remember, prior to 2015, that extra point almost felt routine, didn't it? Like it was a fait accompli. But when we moved it back to the 15, now the drop...